Namaskar, everybody. Welcome to our this week's weekly podcast. And it's been really while, and I'm sorry last week I couldn't make it. I apologize for that. I was really in a very hectic schedule. And here we are. And today we have Ganesh Chaturthi, and this is one of the auspicious days when we celebrate people from specifically from Sanatana Dharma. We celebrate this day all across the world. You will find we are basically taking blessings from the Lord Ganesha, who is the Lord of knowledge and is one of the divine entity, which basically is who can bring prosperity, growth, wealth, knowledge, everything. In other words, the fulfillment of our life. So this is one of the auspicious day, and I'm so happy to make a film and podcast on this day. So what should we talk today? You probably read the title, and then based on that, I will not take much time to directly get into the topic. Like when we talk about this auspicious day to taking blessings from the Lord Ganeshas, and He is the Almighty for the wealth, knowledge, prosperity in life. Prosperity or success never happens without any transformation, right? It has to go through some sort of transformation in individual level and then society level and maybe nation level. So when you talk about individual transformation, so how does it work? I mean, is it by just reading some books or maybe getting education from so-called traditional establishments or just being you know, getting lessons from the family, society on the morals and ethics? How does it work? How does it work? We need to understand how does it work. So the very first thing is we need to pay attention to what is an individual. Okay? In West there is something called individualism. So in West they try to put for everything ism in the end. Well, Christianism, Buddhism, Hinduism, secularism, feminism. Oh my God, I'm just tired of this ism. Anything comes and they just put ism into it without even being understanding the full context, depth to it. Or probably they understand, they just want to make a propaganda out of it. They have some vested interest. I don't know. Whatever may be the case, our main idea is to break down the individualism. Individuality means which is not further divisible, and then in that context, that means this is the only one being, and I need to pay attention to this in order to enhance this life, right? And how do we do this? Uh, like by getting education, maybe, or maybe by getting a good job, maybe getting some morals and ethical teachings from our society, or how do we do it exactly? This is the right question. So the question, I think the best question we need to ask is about the upbringing, about the consciousness, and consciousness is the key here. Because if we are being able to bring that dimension in our life, then most of the things will get sorted out. If you pay attention in the Sanatana Dharma, the core of the Sanatana Dharma is Dharma is talking about only consciousness, living the life, conducting the things in the life in a very judicious way, consciously, not just doing by things in accident. So when we pay more attention into that dimension to enhance that thing within us, that means there are chances to get transformed in some way. Maybe it's in one day we can get enlightened, but at least we have taken the first step, baby step, one step at a time. We started walking into that dimension, which is more important than reaching to the destination, because the way society is heading today is not one day's investment. We have to understand this because the way in past, in various, if you go to the civilization, the past 200, 300 years, specifically in Europe, what has was started in late 1800, 1789 with the French Revolution, even before that. If I go a little bit earlier, than in America, what happened in 1700? Things that basically they give us a kind of a perception that how a specific community and specific gender was discriminated, specifically the female. Females were discriminated in the so big nations. Those who are right now they're the authority of the feminism. They're the authority of the equality. Western countries, Western democracies. And if you go just a little bit 200 years ago, then you'll understand how indiscriminate they were uh, in terms of when it comes to the only male dominance. So they have been discriminating women for ages. Now, in recent times, only because of this technological advancement, women got their feet on the ground, and then these countries they're coming with provocative statements that feminism, women empowerment, and all kinds of BS. So at the end of the day, you are just not giving a direction to the society to get transformed as a whole into something good or maybe something which can help them really in order to find a purpose in their life or maybe becoming a little bit more conscious, right? But you are just forcing them and dividing them in multiple divisions. It's kind of the same East India Company. You're finding the existing divides and you are just exploiting that thing, so divide and rule, which has to be stopped because it's been probably 300 years now, and then we need to stop somewhere because this is not working, right? It's not going to bring consciousness, peace, whatever you want to know, like looking for in your life. Yes, you may become successful, but what does it mean that you basically looking for somebody else's failing, somebody else's failure, then you are enjoying that in another way? Then we are trying in every single possible way for any specific society, for any specific nation, not to reach to its maximum possibility. We can use the other external forces to break the society internally, which is happening right now. By the way, in India, there's things called break in India forces. Those who are again foreign forces are coming in and they're investing money, they're investing human capital within the existing, the divides we have in India, in the society, with the help of course, politics, NGOs, opposition parties. We're trying to divide it, but they're trying to slow down India's growth, slow down India's pace, India's dominance in geopolitics, and so many other things that it has to be. But essentially, what the problem is, there are few individuals, those who are so much identified, rootedly there. These are guys that probably from the post Second World War era or the Cold War era. They're still living in that thing. So few people, few I would say few mindset. So this fraction of mindset, they are just reading the words, right? And this is at the end of the day, it's an individual, right? It's not about country, it's not about community. Make it, destroy it, coming up with some ideology, coming up with some propaganda to destroy any existing framework for society, which they are trying to do it. Which what has happened in Bengal recently in Calcutta. There are many cases that happening by the way. So this is the one case which got limelight under the national media, which is again is the heinous and very unfortunate act happened, which should not be happened within the human society. If such kind of things are happening, then we have no rights to call ourselves human beings because we don't know how to be in a society. And on top of that, we are doing candle march and everything is fine. Policies will get changed, fine. Rules will come, capital punishment will come, it's fine. But this is not the solution. At the end of the day, the criminals, they are going to come and they're going to do it in any way. Because think about it, when the technology is coming, there is culprits or you can say the hackers, they're also coming up with their hacks, right? The same way, the terrorists are also getting trained on the new technology, they are also coming up with the new hacks to basically defeat the specific the agenda they have, right? Which are running against them. So the same thing is going here as well. So in order to do that, we need individual transformation. And individual transformation will only happen once we start looking inward, once we start paying attention to ourselves, spending some time analyzing, visualizing, right? Or you can say in psychological language, self introspection. If it is needed, then do it. Not by going to some psychologist. Psychologist is just a business. They are consulting business they are doing. It's not going to help you anyway. If you want to improve something, you need to turn inward. If maybe you need a guru, then you can find a guru, your own guru in your spiritual path. Guru will be guiding you with some sadhanas, with some tools, because guru is basically a dark dispeller. Will show you the path, and then it's up to you how fast you want to walk, how fast you want to run, and how quickly you want to get in there. So it's up to you. But yes, guru is needed. So individual transformation is I think on this auspicious day we should be taking into consideration, because if we want to have wealth, if we want to have success, if we want to have knowledge and prosperity in our life for our loved ones, then I think we should start looking inward. We should enhance the inner consciousness, the conscious state we have. We should enhance that. And once we do that, and then we can think about transformation in the society, changes in the country, and then it will happen. It's not going to happen by me and you talking and doing the candle march and bringing up the laws. There are many laws already been made. But the question is, how many of them are being implemented on the ground very strictly the way they are supposed to? No, very few will find, right? So here's the thing. Individual transformation is needed. The way we can make sure that such incidents are not happening, not even such kind of ideas or thoughts are coming in our mind. So basically, we are working on the chemistry level. So our basic chemistry within the body, within the mind, thought process, it gets changed so that we are not producing such thoughts. Such thoughts are not even coming in our experience. Then, of course, such kind of heinous incidents will never happen. It's not about girls, boys, and no, it's not about that. It's about the human life, where we are heading and what exactly we want to do. It's not about money. It's not about education. We have done everything. Think about 9/11. Those suicide bombers, they had PhDs. They were masters from, I think, one of the Ivy Leagues in USA. So think about that. Education is not the solution. Moral teachings, reading your one holy book, religion is not the solution. The solution is dharma. You need to organize, you need to conduct your life the way dharma basically govern us, right? And we need to understand, in order to understand that, we need to turn inward. You need to get into some sadhanas, some kind of kriya. Spirituality will happen. Spirituality is there within the life. You just need to experience and evolve into this. Spirituality is not outside. Spirituality is not in any book. Okay? So religion, spirituality, dharma, there are worlds apart distance. Religion is something which is basically propagate. There is one holy man sitting up there, and there is a one holy book. That's it. Commandment. You have to do like this. You have to conduct like this. If you do this, then there's this punishment. No, this is just BS. Dharma doesn't say that. That's why dharma is not religion. Dharma is different. Dharma say Dharma says basically you have a piece of life, and then there are ways to conduct this life. If you want to live a life of a yogi, you have a different laws. If you want to live your life as a family man, different laws. There are things in the society which are acceptable, which are not acceptable. How you can conduct them. So the more you evolve into this, you are enhancing your consciousness that the actions, the manifesto which will happen Eventually, it will happen for your own well-being, the well-being of the society. You will not think to harm anybody, harm even any animal. Forget about a human being. If you at least get in there, so not harming any animal means you, of course, you will not kill them, not eat them for to feed yourself, right? You will become more, what do you call it, natural tree-based food habits. So these are the consequences which will happen. It's not there somewhere something is written. No, Dharma doesn't say this. Dharma accepts all opinion, and Dharma gives us the free space. It is giving enough space for everybody to inculcate our thoughts, and we can find the ways for ourselves, right? So this is the one of the best things. So I'm going to sum up here with this. So individual transformation is the key here in order to bring any kind of changes into society. Because unless or until we ourselves are not feeling or having that sense that yes, I need to transform myself, that means all the time I will feel the problem is outside there somewhere. Society is the problem, nation is the problem. No, we have to look at ourselves, guys. Fix it first before even getting in interaction or in putting yourself into something, whether my mindset is okay or not, whether I'm mentally, physically, psychologically, I'm okay or not, before even getting into something. So, which we are hugely is neglected in today's society. So it's a responsibility for the parents, it's a responsibility for the elders. We should show the path, we should create such kind of environment in our home, in our schools, in our institution, wherever it is, so that the younger generation which is coming, they should be getting this message or education in some way every single day. That means you are nurturing them, and the accumulation of that effect you will see in the society.